Good morning and welcome back everyone to part 4 and what should be our last part of the TARRACO map. This is mission 5 of the Reconquered campaign. Previously, rather in the last episode, we set up our final block here, a smaller block, but it's going to be more than enough to serve our purposes. Our goals are pretty close to being there. We're at 59 of 70 prosperity. 64 of 75 peace, 74 of 75 favor, and 4944 out of 5500 pop. So, we're not too far off of our goals. Everything should be looking dandy for us. But I shouldn't speak too soon, so. Let's get started. We're going to want to level these guys up very soon. Excuse me, and to accomplish that, what we're going to do is we're going to add all the things that we need for leveling these guys up. Now, that is going to include pottery and furniture. 16 to 7. And you can see right now we're kind of in a bind with, I want to use this, but we don't have a lot of space. So I might actually get rid of this in a moment here. We'll see. Either that or what I can do kind of something stupid here, so observe. If we make another warehouse, because we don't need this stone anymore, right? We are completely fine without it. We can set this to getting the stone, and then we can we could set this to start emptying warehouse, but I don't want it to get rid of the marble. So let's see if this pops out a guy to go get the stone over here. And then once we have the stone out, we should be able to get what we need. We're going to turn down marble to 8. I think that's fine. We don't need much more marble here. Again, our economy is just bursting at the seams here. We're nearly at 100,000 denarii. And yeah, now, so we're slowly draining the stone out of here, and that's going to let us get a marble and... Sorry, not a marble, a furniture and pottery system over to this warehouse, which we're going to do right now. So let's get a couple cart depots. Go 1, 2, just like that. And we're going from 18 to 16 here. So let's add... Oh, no more stone. Pottery, furniture, and oil. Set them at 8 apiece. Then we're going to do... It was 18 to 16, right? I'm remembering this right. Okay. Sometimes it's easy to forget. Alright, we're going to go pottery from 18 to 16. And this one we can set to always, because we're not sending it anywhere else. We're always going to want it over here. And this one, we're going to do furniture. Again, 18 to 16. And then oil, if we need it, we'll throw it in there as well. For purposes of entertainment, we should be okay, I think. With the theater and the amphitheater. I think this gets us to 75 with the grand insulate up here. I'll have to double check. There's not enough entertainment on this block, so we should get another entertainment venue, just so we level this up all the way. So let's get our arena. Put it there. Very, very undesirable, so I'll put a big old statue next to it. And we can add... We might not even have to add anything. This might just be enough by itself, yeah. Okay, and then as for the market lady here, she's already set to trade everything, so that's fine. She'll grab this by herself. And I don't think we have any more stone here, right? Good. So, I'm just going to delete that warehouse. It served its purpose. It's good enough for me. And now we have these guys starting to level up. They're getting into nice, small insulate. And they'll be turning into medium insulate very soon with the the furniture. And the last question we're going to have to ask ourselves is if we'd actually need oil for this, or if this is going to be enough to get us to that 75, excuse me, the 70 prosperity. It might just be enough by itself. We shall see. I wanted to talk about this map because this map was, of course, recommended by a viewer, and I was happy that this one in particular was recommended. Because I said it in one of the earlier videos, I think in part 1 of this series, that I really like this map. I think this is one of my favorites. It's really what the Reconquered campaign for me is about. It's taking an original design, which was nice. Like, the original TARRACO is a pretty good map. It has a, the nice twist with the earthquake. And it's just it's turning it up, right? It doesn't turn it up to 11 where it's like, oh my god, what do I do? There's no space, how to fit it in. You can see we have quite a bit of unused space here. We've got this area here, this area down here. This area here where we could have had, like, some infrastructure or something. Yeah, there's a little bit of extra space for you. There's some wiggle room. Price rise in olives, oh no. So, I think what I like about it is just, and what I like about these first maybe 6 or 7 maps in the Reconquered campaign is just, they're making use of all the resources of the game without driving you crazy, in my opinion, right? Like, I'm sure if you've come off the vanilla campaign and you're trying this and you're not used to, like, the Augustus mechanics, it probably feels really difficult. Like the cart pushers, you're not used to those, you're not used to certain things. It might even drive you crazy. But for me, it's just, it hits that sweet spot that I love a lot. So I'm happy to see it. Alright, we got these up to medium insulay, and that means our prosperity is 74, and we only needed 70 here. So we actually don't have to level these guys up anymore at all. And for housing, we are short, though. We only have 5144 total capacity. So we need to get more plebs in here, but only a little bit. We need less than 500. So what we're going to do is we're actually going to put them here. It's just the easiest spot to get them, so we'll get... Actually, what are these? We need about 400 in these. Carry 80, so... We'll do... Let's see, 8... 16... It's 160... And then that'll be 240, 300, excuse me, 320. And that should be almost, the Republic requisition's good. Okay, they're taking their stuff, that's fine. We can get another house up here, that should be okay. Let's make it look nice and pretty, so let's get a statue over here. Here. And here. We can get another house here if we wanted to. We just need to find a spot to drop a fountain, which I can put one here, or even over here, and that's fine. That works out. Okay, so this should be enough space, as it is. We could get a reservoir like up here, and then that would stretch out to here, so we could get some houses on this side as well if we really needed it. I don't think we will, but that's an option. You can think outside the box for this kind of thing. Also here, we could replace, like, some of these buildings with houses here, like the library. The market we can move somewhere, but we're not gonna have to go crazy on that. If you're ever having trouble with pop, just, you're not limited. When you build a block, sometimes it's easy to, like, laser focus on the interior, like, okay, I've got my houses on the entire interior. I've got my service spirit buildings in a ring around it, and... Excuse my hiccups. And that's my block. You want to really get out of that mindset and just, because especially if you have a 22 by 6, right? Look how enormous this block is. You're not going to need a lot of this empty space here. So just put houses there. It's fine. Now, we do have some degradation going on in this community because I think the market has, I think I only have one market here. So it's a bit slow in picking up what it needs to pick up, but that's okay. I don't think that's going to negatively affect us too much here. We do have quite a bit of unemployment, though, so we might have to add, I don't know, libraries or something silly. It's fine. You can throw down anything to add employment, and that's okay. Let's go ahead and speed things up just a little bit so the plebs get in here, and they can set up this this area. There we go, and then we can get 2 more here. And I'm gonna get 1 guy here, and we're gonna get a fountain right up there. Okay. Let's get a... Should we get a Lararia? Get some Lararia here. And what does this put us at? Room through 5,364. Okay, we're getting closer. Bum, 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 bum. 32 weapons. Okay, let's slow this down a little bit. That is no small amount of weapons, so let's put this to 32. It was only on 24. There we go. I have a confession to make, you guys. I've been completely addicted to Tekken 8 recently. You know, I don't know if there's any watchers who are Tekken 8 players, but I've been playing, you know, Lydia just got released. And I was kind of afraid to pick up a new character because I've only really been playing, like, really simple characters. I haven't touched Stan's characters at all. I tried Reina a bit, and, you know, because they're really tough, you know, it's a completely different mindset. So I've been playing, you know, like Asuka, and Asuka's like the definition of the noob character, like the easy, simple game plan, combos are pretty simple to execute. But Lydia has been so much fun, man. It's been like a perfect gateway for me to learn something more complicated in that game. It's so addicting to me now. I love getting on the ladder and just trying out new things, fighting it out with people. It's a lot of fun, so if there's any Tekken enjoyers here, just know that I'm one of you. I have joined the Tekken crew. Alright, let's speed this up again. We're at 420 unemployment, though, so let's actually, I know this is silly, but I'm just gonna throw out some libraries here. Just to lower that a tiny bit. Libraries are 20 plebs a pop. 5540. Okay, we have enough. We are at where we need to be here. Let's grab not a cart depot, let's grab another market here just because I don't like the instability. We're not having like a huge amount, but I'd rather not have any at all. So we have this market here. Well, you know what? Maybe we're okay. And I'm thinking because the longer it goes on, the more stable it becomes, I think. So maybe we're alright. We'll see. Alright, either way. Let's add a few more things for the sake of adding them. We'll grab just a few more libraries here. It's simple. I could also boost up my economy a bit so I don't have to do this, but this is like the classic method of getting rid of poor unemployment ratios here. So, alright, now we're down to 5%. We'll get it a little bit lower, and then we should be okay. Alright. Alright, so now our culture, that also helps our culture, by the way. So, culture is fine, prosperity is on the way up, peace is almost there. You can't really do anything about peace, it just goes up by itself. And then pop is on the way there too. So we should be on our way to victory here. I think we're looking strong and healthy. And it's just nice, like, when you get to this point to zoom out on the map, right? It feels good to zoom out. You know, remember, it all started with this kind of funny-looking block we had here that was right at the entrance, and I was kind of squeezing things around and fitting things. We started adding, trade. We started with, like, the fruit, and then we got some clay down here. And the early game roughness is, I think, probably my favorite part of a challenge of the Caesar 3 map, when you're just trying to sort out an economy. You have limited funds, and you're trying to squeak by, and then you just start slowly growing. And you have new needs, and you grow into them, and that's just kind of like it's like the slow creation of a city, which is the ultimate satisfaction of this game for me. If you're struggling with this map in particular, hopefully this has provided you with a bit of a foundation on what to do. Speaking of foundations, we might be... Rome pays 34. I'm going to pay more than Rome. Take that, Rome. Now you have to match my salaries. Like I was saying, hopefully this gives you a bit of a guide on what to do. You know, this could be optimized a little bit more. You could have more More production for sure. You could have more... I could be making more oil. I could be making more weapons. We could have more clay in production. Our farm Tetris probably isn't perfect. There's probably a way to fit more farms here, but whatever, you know, it's fine. It is what it needs to be in order to succeed, and for me, that's good enough. It's perfect for what I want to create. Same thing with like the bricks here, things like that. There's always more that you could do. Well, not always. There's a finite amount of space, but in terms of like a casual playthrough, there's always more you could do. So you can take pride whenever you beat a map. Take pride when we can get rid of the stupid sand pit, by the way, that I forgot to get rid of. Get out of here, sand pit. Alright, let's go ahead and send off those weapons. And that'll... Our favor is like right on the cusp. We've done it. And this will just push us over a little bit. If you're struggling with favor, remember you can always send a gift to Caesar. Yeah, I've got 970 denarii, so I can send him, you know, cheetahs and giraffes. Let's just give him a nice bribe. Why not? Why not? We'll send the Senate some cheetahs and giraffes, some Spanish cheetahs and giraffes. Surely. Surely those exist. The people of antiquity. And that gives you, if you give them a lavish gift, that bumps you up 10 points in favor. You can only do it once a year, but that's a huge bump. Alright, we're at 5241. And we have, whatchamacallit here? We have space for 5544. So we are still waiting for plebs either to come in. Where are these plebs? Where are you plebs here? Price rise. Okay, there's some right there. Is there anything preventing the plebs from coming in? Lack of housing prevents immigrants. City housing is room available for 295. Okay, so it says it's preventing, but I think it's I think we're being bamboozled here. I think what I might do is get another house here somehow. Let's see, how could I do this? Can I fit a reservoir here? I would have to... Okay, yeah, I could actually do this. So we could get rid of this. I could grab a reservoir here. I'm only doing this to kind of cheese this out here, so we can get rid of... We have a Grand Temple of Mercury. Well, we don't even have to do that. Let's just grab a fountain up here. There we go. Grab a house. And that'll level up just fine. And then we can get rid of... what do I want to get rid of here? Let's get rid of this guy. Let's grab a market. Just so we're a little bit more stable on this route. Alright, yeah, they settled in there right away. Perfect. And that should help with the extra plebs I need and get them to come in here a bit quicker. We'll see. We'll go ahead and speed it up just a little bit here. 120 wheat. So much wheat here. They ask for so much. Then it just takes, I tell you. 5274. We can see there's actually not a lot of plebs coming in. Even though we have definitely what we need in terms of housing for them, we can house them easily. They're a bit slow to come in, aren't they? 5302. Might be the unemployment. Maybe we can steal a few more library spots here. Get one there. Get one here. Grab one there. Some people say this is cheesing. I say go to hell. If it works, it works. There we go. Down to 3%. 5342 now. And I'm going to just add a little bit more because they're coming in so slowly. So I want to get this thing done. It's going to be a short episode today because we were already pretty close last time. I would have rather finished it last time, but Sadly, we just didn't have the time to get it all done here. We'll grab a couple of Lararia right here, just to make things prettier. 5430, okay. We are on our way. There we go. 5442. This is the big countdown. There's sometimes though you get completely, excuse my French, blue-balled, because it'll get to like, I've had it get to like 2 or 3 away, and then it starts going down because one of the blocks loses stability, and it's, oh man, that's the worst Caesar 3 feeling, I'm telling you. There's nothing like just getting completely destroyed because at the last second, because one of your blocks loses stability, or you run out of a resource, or your imports just slightly exceed what you get, and then you get destroyed. There we go. Victory. Victory. We've done it. Alright, so let's, I'm going to hit continue for 2 more years. We can pause here. Well, we don't have to pause. Do this. So, we've already kind of done a review here, but like I said, if you're having trouble with this map, again, starting in this position is much better than starting in this position here. You're just going to have more plebs. It's an easier space to work with. It's just, everything's simpler in general for everything that you need. And remember, even though the earthquakes comes eventually, it doesn't come for a while, so you can actually spend some time with a bridge here, and, you know, we just farmed this area for resources for quite a bit, and it was very efficient. We had all we needed here. We didn't have to set up a big chain. So we had our food chain here, and then we had our trade chain for all that fruit we were selling early on right here. That if you're thinking like, oh, I have to set up in preparation for the earthquake, don't do that. I think you shouldn't actually, even if you know it's coming, you shouldn't let that deter you from taking advantage of a very efficient trade route. Or not a trade route, a very efficient, you know, supply chain for your food right away. Because it's going to last a while, and it's going to make the growth of your initial city so much better. Because you're not having to waste time with a bunch of extra car depots and setting up, you know, a system of going from one area to another here with, you know, all these extra granaries and things like that. It's better to just use what you have when you need it. It's, you know, I've been playing some Slay the Spire recently, and I've realized in that game one of the keys is don't build your deck because of what you think you're going to need in Act 3. If you're in Act 1 and you see a good card that's going to help you now, take the card that's going to help you now. If you're worried about scaling, then you're just going to die to something early. So that's the same, you have the same idea in Caesar 3. You know, economy, if you have built something that gets in the way eventually, you can remove it. You can remove it, you can readjust, you can, that's what you have your shovel tool for, you can clear it, you can rebuild. Don't be afraid to make mistakes if things look ugly. Remember, if it's ugly and it works, then it's not ugly. Or maybe it is ugly and it's just effective, who knows. But anyway, thank you guys so much for joining me. It's a bit of a short episode today as we got it all finished. I hope you enjoyed it. You can leave a like and subscribe if you did. I'll be continuing on with the series. We'll be doing some more Caesar 3 videos as well as some other Rome content here for everyone to enjoy. Hopefully you enjoy the historical aspect of the videos as well. We didn't talk too much about it this time because we were just in... it's the first Punic War era, and we're in Spain. There isn't too much to go on about here for me. I'm more of a later Republic era guy, but I digress. Anyway, thank you so much for joining me today. I really appreciate it. You guys have a good rest of your days, evenings, and mornings as they may be, and I'll see you in the next one. Take care.